Welcome to the second Public Information Center for the West 5th Street Corridor improvements from Stone Church Road West to Rymel Road West. This project is a municipal class environmental assessment located within the city of Hamilton. The purpose of this PIC is to provide an update on the project, present a review of the alternative designs, identify the preliminary preferred solution for comment, and provide an opportunity to learn about the project and how to stay involved for future updates. Your input is important to us. After reviewing the information in this presentation, we would appreciate your comments and feedback. Contact information is provided on the last slide if you have any questions that you wish to discuss with a member of the project team. Before we begin with presenting the project details, it is important to acknowledge the Indigenous peoples who have had long association with the land upon which the project and the City of Hamilton. The City of Hamilton is situated upon the traditional territories of the Erie, Neutral, Huron-Wendat, Haudenosaunee, and Mississaugas. This land is covered by the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Belt Covenant, which was an agreement between the Haudenosaunee and Anishinaabe to share and care for the resources around the Great Lakes. We further acknowledge that this land is covered by the Between the Lakes Purchase, 1792, between the Crown and the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation. Today, the City of Hamilton is home to many Indigenous peoples from across Turtle Island, and we recognize that we must do more to learn about the rich history of this land so that we can better understand our roles as residents, neighbors, partners, and caretakers. To better understand the project, we are answering the following 3 questions. What are we doing? Why are we doing it? And what does the study include? To answer the first, the City of Hamilton is planning for road reconstruction of West 5th Street from Stone Church Road West to Rymel Road West. Why are we doing it? The purpose of this municipal class environmental assessment study is to support future growth and corridor needs for both community and Hamilton. What does the study include? The EA will consider a complete streets solution to improve traffic, active transportation, transit, street trees, and stormwater management throughout the corridor. The map shows that the study area corridor is West 5th Street from Stone Church Road West to Rymel Road West. For the purpose of this PIC, we will refer the corridor as West 5th Street. The Municipal Class Environmental Assessment, or EA process, is a 5-phase planning process that is approved under the Ontario Environmental Assessment Act. All municipalities in Ontario are required to complete a Municipal Class EA when planning major infrastructure projects. This project is being planned as a Schedule C project, which means it includes Phase 1 through Phase 4 of the EA planning process. Following the EA, the project would proceed to Phase 5 implementation. These phases of the EA process are summarized. Phase 1 includes reviewing background planning and policy documents and identifying the problem or opportunity. Phase 2 involves completing inventories of the existing conditions. Alternative solutions are evaluated and preferred solution is identified. Phase 1 and 2 were discussed at the first PIC, held on January 16, 2025. We are currently in Phase 3 of the study. This PIC includes identifying the preferred alternative designs, which are alternative ways of implementing the preferred solution. In Phase 4, we will document the decision-making process in an environmental study report. Continuous stakeholder engagement is part of the EA process, and comments or questions are encouraged at any time. The study includes opportunities for public input, including 2 public information centers, and a 30-day review of the environmental study report at the end of the project. The problem and opportunity statement is developed to provide an overview of the issues to be addressed, as well as potential outcomes that may be achieved. There are 2 primary issues that need to be addressed. West 5th Street from Stone Church Road West to Rymel Road West is currently a rural cross-section road surrounded by urban growth. The study area has inadequate transportation to accommodate transportation needs, and there are discontinuous sidewalks and no cycling facilities. Previous studies have indicated a desire to reconstruct the street within the study area. The segment of West 5th Street is experiencing significant neighborhood changes from the recently built William Connell Park as well as the newer, higher density developments. Improvements to West 5th Street are required to accommodate existing and future transportation needs for pedestrians, cyclists, transit, and vehicles. This presents an opportunity for the city to address the above infrastructure needs and to accommodate additional modes of transportation within the corridor. The city is seeking alternatives to implement a complete streets approach to enhance multimodal transportation, improve safety, stormwater management, increase tree canopy coverage, and support economic, social, and cultural connectivity in this rapidly evolving area. Improvements will be evaluated to determine the preferred approach for traffic as well as active transportation. The following alternative solutions were carried forward for further consideration in Phase 3 of the Class EA process and evaluated using the factors and criteria presented. Operational improvements. Implement localized measures to improve transit, active transportation, and roadway improvements to optimize accessibility and safety. These can include cycling lanes, sidewalks, and strategically located mid-block crosswalks/cross rides. Improve West 5th Street. Widen/enhance West 5th Street to include a continuous 3-lane cross-section or intermittent left turn lanes to improve traffic operations and safety given future travel demand. Update an urban cross-section with storm sewers. The right-of-way would be designed to accommodate pedestrians, cyclists, transit vehicles, and commercial vehicles. An example of West 5th Street north of Stone Church Road is shown. A conceptual cross-section will be developed in Phase 3 and 4 of the EA process. The addition of street trees will also be reviewed in conjunction with design elements such as sidewalks and utilities. To accommodate the additional demand, design strategies from the City of Hamilton's Complete Streets Design Guidelines may be adopted in the future design of this corridor. The Complete Streets concepts seek to incorporate roadways for cars as well as cycling and pedestrian infrastructure. Complete Streets concept considerations include physical and operational design elements. Physical design elements consist of road lane width and alignment, transit stop locations and amenities, active transportation facilities, location, width, and type, drainage stormwater management improvements, street lighting, street trees and landscaping opportunities, construction staging. Operational design elements consist of turning movements, access and signal timing, intersection accessibility opportunities. Alternatives have been developed and evaluated for West 5th Street as part of this study. The proposed cross-sections include the addition of a 2-way left turn lane, as evaluated at PIC 1. During Phase 3 of the project, alternatives are assessed using factors and criteria below at the alternative design phase. Comments received from agency stakeholders in Indigenous nations and members of the public were integrated as required. Categories include socioeconomic environments, natural environment, transportation and engineering, cultural environment, and financial considerations. Various sub-factors are shown which will help expand upon these categories and address the EA requirements. Alternative 1. On-street bicycle facilities. Alternative 1. On-street bicycle facilities. Alternative 1 includes on-street bicycle facilities using a modified version of the typical connector cross-section from Complete Streets Manual for a 26-meter right-of-way. The road accommodates a 3.5-meter 2-way left turn lane to better accommodate traffic flow and access. The alternative is similar to West 5th Street to the north of Stone Church Road by providing a 1.8-meter bicycle lanes directly on the roadway and 1.8-meter sidewalks in the boulevards. It includes separation of the bike lanes to the vehicle lanes. Alternative 2 bicycle facilities in Boulevard uses a modified version of the typical connector cross-section from the Complete Streets Manual for a 26-meter right-of-way. Road accommodates a 3.5-meter 2-way left turn lane to better accommodate traffic flow and access. A 2-meter unidirectional cycle track and a 1.8-meter sidewalk is provided on both sides of West 5th Street, with a buffer zone for separation between the cycle track and sidewalk. Alternative 3, multi-use pathway, both sides of the West 5th Street. Alternative 3 includes a modified version of the typical connector cross-section from the Complete Streets Manual for a 26-meter row. The row accommodates a 3.5-meter 2-way left turn lane to better accommodate traffic flow and access. A 3.0-meter multi-use path is included that provides a dedicated shared path for both cyclists and pedestrians. The MUP would be on both sides of the road in the boulevard, in lieu of a sidewalk. Alternative 4, multi-use pathway and sidewalk. Alternative 4 features a modified cross-section from the Complete Streets Manual for a 26-meter right-of-way, incorporating a 3.5-meter 2-way left turn lane to improve traffic flow and access. It includes a 3.0-meter multi-use path, MUP, on the west side for shared pedestrians and cyclists use on the same side as William Connell Park, and a separate 1.8-meter sidewalk on the east side dedicated to pedestrians. Additional pedestrian crossing points can be considered to facilitate access between the sidewalk and the MUP. The following alternative designs were compared to assess their ability to address the problems and opportunities identified within the study area. A summary table is provided on this slide showing the 4 alternatives as a comparative evaluation. Alternative 4, multi-use pathway and sidewalk, is selected as the recommended active transportation alternative for the following reasons. Increases connectivity to William Connell Park for cyclists and pedestrians, provides the safest and most inclusive option for all users, physically separating cyclists and pedestrians from vehicle traffic and each other, significantly enhances safety and accessibility for people of all ages and abilities, including families, children, and seniors, minimizes the construction challenges with a simple facility design, and best preserve future access to the boulevard. Best balances transportation safety with environmental considerations, increased road safety, less paved surfaces compared to other options, and allows for more tree planting within the new 26-meter right-of-way boundaries. Natural environment. Natural environment mapping was reviewed. Fieldwork occurred in October 2024. Further investigations are ongoing. Spring/summer 2025 and will be incorporated into the ESR. Impacts and mitigation measures are being assessed with the proposed 26-meter right-of-way. Other investigations. A built heritage checklist will be included in the ESR. Stage 1 archaeology assessment completed. Stage 2 investigations recommended for detailed design. Impacts resulting from this project will be minimized to the extent possible. Preliminary mitigation measures have been identified below and will be further refined in the environmental study report and during detailed design. Investigations are ongoing and will continue to help confirm environmental impacts, refine mitigation measures, and support obtaining required permits and approvals. Natural environment. Species surveys are being undertaken to identify wildlife present within the study area. Impacts to the existing natural environment will be minimized to the extent possible. Temporary barriers to avoid wildlife interactions will be installed during construction. Utilities. Utility conflicts with the preferred solution will be determined. Relocations or mitigation measures will be completed in advance of construction through consultation with individual utility organizations. Noise impacts. The potential changes in traffic noise associated with the preferred solution is currently being reviewed. A noise assessment is being completed to determine if measures are required. Tree impacts. Appropriate erosion and sediment controls will be used, and temporary barriers to avoid unnecessary tree clearing will be installed during construction. Future tree plantings are considered in detailed design where space permits. Following this PIC, the project team will complete the next steps below. Review and respond to comments received at this PIC. Confirm the preferred design. Complete remaining technical studies and prepare ESR. 30-day public comment period. Review and respond to comments received. After these steps are done, the project may proceed to detailed design. Thank you for participating in this PIC for the West 5th Street Municipal Class Environmental Assessment Study. Your feedback is valuable and appreciated. Contact information is provided on the slide for the City of Hamilton and the project manager for Stantec Consulting Limited. You can also visit the project website for more information. Following this PIC, the displays will be posted to the City of Hamilton website, where you can also find the contact information, email addresses to provide comments to the project team. Comments are requested to be sent by June 17th, 2025. Thank you once again for your interest in this study.